Hey everyone and welcome back. My name is Natalia and today we're gonna talk about interview process for software tester. What to expect when you go to the market, when you start to apply for a jobs. If you are applying for tech jobs and you're ready to hit the market, I think this is a great video for you. Please watch until the end. And this channel is for people who would like to start their career in IT and become software tester, or maybe already working as a software tester and want to learn something new. In this video, I will describe the process, what's going to happen after you apply for tester job. Let's say you created your resume. If you're still working on your resume, I have a video how to write a good professional resume. Please check it out. Once you apply for software tester position, you will follow some market process. And I'm gonna discuss about this market process today in more details, what to expect and for what to be ready. After recruiter or HR received your resume, they will follow specific steps. What are those steps for you? Please remember, each company has these steps in different orders, but I'm gonna talk about more general steps. And in this example, of course, I'm not talking about big technical companies such as Google, Facebook, or Amazon, because their interview process is slightly different from the major of companies. In today's video, we're gonna talk about calls from recruiters, technical assignment, screening interview, final round of the interview, and the job offer. Once you submit your resume, then you will start receiving multiple calls and emails. These calls will come from recruiters or HR who received your resume. What to expect from HR or recruiter call? When we receive recruiter's call, we need to understand that they coming from different level of relationships with the client. The best recruiters are the one who are direct recruiters. That means they are working for the client and they're trying to fill the position for their project. The second level will be prime vendor recruiters. That means they're gonna hire you for their company and they will subcontract you to the main client. And the next level, it will be sub vendor. That means client hire you through prime vendor and prime vendor hire you from sub vendor. So this is the more far company from your main client. And depends what kind of recruiter is calling you. Your conversation will be longer or shorter, but usually call from recruiter you can expect from 5 to 15 minutes long. And of course, the best is to apply through HR or direct recruiters, since you're gonna receive the best salary offer from this level. Otherwise, you need to understand that prime vendors and sub vendors recruiters, they take part of your salary for their jobs, for hiring you and subcontracting you to the next level until you get to the client. How you can recognize what recruiter is calling you? I think you will understand based on the conversation and questions they will ask you. If it's direct apply, they will tell you that we are hiring for our project and we are looking for new candidates. If it's prime vendor, they will tell you that we are filling out position for our clients. And if it's sub vendor, you will understand that based on the salary range they're offering you, because they're the one who provide the less salary range. They're the one who often ask for social security number or for copy of your ID or driver license to be sent to email. So that's how you can recognize what a recruiter is calling you. And let's discuss more what to expect from this recruiter call. So recruiter call will be from 5 to 15 minutes long. In the beginning, they will ask you if you're currently on the market, and they may ask you why are you looking for a new position. Then they will ask you to tell about yourself and what tools and technologies you know, because they have to check if your knowledge match with job descriptions they have on hand. If it's technical recruiters, they may ask you a few technical questions. And then the most important part of the interview process happening right in this first call. This is the salary negotiation. The recruiter will ask you what is your salary expectations and if you are looking to apply for full-time or contract position. So this is very important. Please do not give up numbers right away of your expecting salary. Please learn how to negotiate. First of all, you can ask what is your budget for this position. This will give you an idea what salaries they can offer, but also it does not mean that this is the final number you can ask for. Let's say they tell you the budget, but it's still lower than you would expect for your years of experience and for your knowledge. Then tell them, unfortunately, my expectation higher and this is my expectation. The idea is to try to negotiate for the higher number. And don't be scared to negotiate because you never know what the budget they have for that position. Of course, if it's not direct recruiter or HR, they will try to give you less salary so they can make more money. That's why you have to negotiate. And I'm sure you can meet in the middle. For you to be better prepared for this salary negotiation, I would suggest to create some table. And in this table, you can calculate how much you will make per hour and how much it will be annual salary. This will help you to look on these numbers during the negotiation and understand. For example, if this is contract position, that means it's gonna be hourly salary. How much it will bring you annually if they give you $50 or $60 per hour. And also you need to remember, if you're going for contract position, which is not a full time, most of the company do not provide any benefits such as sick days, vacations, and medical insurance. That means you will have to pay for it out of your pocket. Let's say you're targeting 100K annually. That means you have to target hourly plus 10-15K more. That will bring you to 110 or 115. And this table will help you to do this calculation fast because everything will be calculated. How to calculate annual salary compared to hourly. Let's say you make $50 per hour. Then annually it will be 50 times 40 hours per week times 52 weeks. This will give you total amount per year. Also, recruiter can ask you, when are you ready to start new project if you receive job offer? And it's up to you what to say, but usually standard answer will be in 2 weeks. If you have any questions based on this video, please leave comments below. And other things you can do before you go to the market, please create some Excel document or write it down in some notes for each position and client you're applying, because you cannot allow different recruiters submit you to the same position. And this may happen because if it's sub-vendors recruiters, sometimes client gives the same position to several companies and see who will be bringing the right people faster for them. So to avoid this situation, make sure you're writing down the position name, the client name, and sometimes it's good to ask for position ID if they can provide it. So once you finish conversation with recruiter, in the end they will ask you to send the latest copy of your resume to the email and confirm the salary you agreed to. After that, recruiter will contact you and will schedule an interview with you with the client. It can be through email or through direct call. The next step is slightly different for the companies. Some companies may schedule an assignment for you or video recordings. Technical assignment gonna have multiple questions, and if it's automation tester, it will have some coding exercise. If it's video recording, then it's gonna be questions which you need to record the answer for. It also can be soft skills questions, and then it's gonna be some technical questions. And for each question, you will need to record your answer. So both assignments are time limited. Usually it's from 1 to 2 hours, and they will ask you to turn on the camera and microphone. And most of these assignments are recording your screen. So please be careful when you process this assignment. Get ready, make sure that you know that what is the time limitation. Assignment link or video recording link will be sent to you in the email. Please make sure you read descriptions, if there are time limit, if they require you to turn on camera, and follow these steps. Once you complete assignments, there are going to be next step. For some companies, they skip assignment and then they take you right to that step after call with recruiter. It will be the first technical screening interview. Technical screening, it's usually 30 minutes interview over phone or over video call. The video call can be done via multiple systems such as Skype, Zoom, Teams and others. What to expect on this technical call? Prepare the main interview questions such as tell me about yourself, tell me about your project. If you're automation tester, then you will need to prepare tell me about your automation framework, and then Java or Python or another language you put on your resume interview questions. And if you are manual tester, it will be how you create test cases, how you log defects, what type of testing you perform, what different tools you use for your manual testing. If this technical screening will be successful, then you're gonna move to the next step of the interview process. The next step can be the final round of the interview or the second round of the interview based on the companies. Some companies, they have several rounds. Since each of these interviews will be similar, I will talk about the final round of interview. The final round of interview can last from 1 hour up to several hours, and you will be interviewed by multiple people. It can be from 2 people and more. You'll be definitely asked again, tell me about yourself, tell me about your project, and tell me about your framework if it applies for you. And then you'll be asked main technical questions for each tool which listed in the job description, and in the end expect some behavioral questions. That's why it's very important go over the job description before you start the interview process. Please check what tools are listed there, and please check what type of testing they perform. Do they do only UI testing, or they also do API testing or API and database testing? This will help you to prepare for each possible interview questions they can ask you. And as for behavioral questions, they may ask you what is your strengths, what is your weakness, where you think yourself in the next 5 years, why you want to apply for this position, why do you think you're going to be a good candidate for this position. And please, during your interviews, especially during the final round of interview, do not be scared to ask questions. Do not be scared to ask to repeat some questions if you mishear it or you did not understand completely what they're trying to ask you. If you're applying for automation tester position, please expect coding interview questions when they can ask you to share your screen and perform some coding while they're watching you. And some company can have final interview in person. If this company already back to the office, you may be invited to in-person interview. So in-person interviews, they also may ask you to complete the coding interview questions. They may ask you to write something on the whiteboard. For coding interview questions, some company has their own platform, and some company can use different common platform where you can practice your coding skills. One of these websites is CodingBat. If you're applying for automation tester, it's a good idea to practice popular coding interview question for your language, and you can use CodingBat website to do that. If you went through final round successfully and they like you, they will contact you and they will provide you with an offer letter. It's also another opportunity to do salary negotiation, especially if you have another offer from some company and that offer is much better, but you like this company more. Then you will have to talk to recruiter and explain that you already have another offer and negotiate salary, because this is good opportunity for you. One more thing I want to add: when you go to the market, please apply for multiple jobs every single day. The good number is to apply from 20 up to 50 or 100 jobs every day. There are multiple websites you can use, and you also can check my other video where I mentioned the websites which can help you to apply for tech jobs. And that's it from me today about this topic. I hope you have successful market process and you're receiving multiple offers. Thank you for watching this video until the end, and see you in the next video.